And I think it's important for these teams to sort of ban and protect into sort of advantages, right? That's why you saw the Emma ban into protect. That's why you see the Starlord ban into protect. So both teams trying to get at least their advantage, or at least what they assume is an advantage. And, you know, you would assume, okay, maybe like previous patches, okay, Torch, you know, it should be in there in the ban phase. But in this current patch, it's kind of hard actually to play around a solo duelist Torch if you're trying to play these triple Stratus compositions. Same thing with the Adam Warlock, right? It's kind of easier to play around that Starlord who goes in the Blaster Barrel. Actually could take advantage of that hard pocket a little bit more. Whereas I think the Torch is a little bit more bursty. The uptime's not as much maybe as the Starlord provides, but it's an interesting match because you're now forcing as well Starlord not to be played on the team. And same thing.
I don't think Loki's good right now
on both sides. So both teams maybe assuming they
I don't think you're gonna see a lot of Loki
and we'll have
gameplay.
to find out which one is actually a larger advantage. Shib, is the Emma more important or is the Starlord more important? We're gonna find out in just a second.
Yeah, and that question can be different for different
Oh,
teams
Hollow
in
Bear.
different
I appreciate that
situations.
for 4
It is
months.
so tricky, and that's why these banning, you know, we could go into depth as to how this banning phase, which I personally love, it does, you know, force that, you know, separate compositions and really showing strengths of different teams. It gets into the weeds in terms of who you can ban and hard target out. And, you know, if you have somebody you're struggling with, whether it's a duelist, vanguard, or strategist that you want to more, you know, focus your target banning on, there's just so much to the banning phase of this game. Again, I do not envy coaches. That would be impossible to be thinking about. It definitely takes a ton of time. So we start off here, potentially a portal kidnap here from Mace and Chuckles. Looks like that is the idea. Let's see if they can get it
One more
done.
game
We
after
have
this, and it's
seen
almost 2 a.m. for me.
the
Bro, go to
idea
bed.
of
I'll be
potential-
on
I
early
think it
tomorrow.
was the
I'm
play
gonna do
there
the
from
EMEA
Etsu
games too.
to try to freeze the portal.
Oh no.
And they're trying to go through the other side quickly, maybe. I think the only other team that does these sort of like counter portal plays consistently, at least, I mean, we see a lot of it at the pro level, but the ones that do it the most is definitely like Dreamland and then also Rad. Like these two, Mason, specifically Guru, love to do that sort of stuff and sort of bring that idea to their team. But now that point's getting unlocked, Shib, and nobody has the objective on side of Dreamland. So, oh, they touched last second. Don't give up that point, but they're already in a bad position, and there it is. FYRSTRAYS cap the point first.
Yeah, I mean, that's the tricky part about the portal.
Loki is going to be the worst healer in the game after Rocket buffs. Bro, Rocket seems so fucking insane next season. Coffee! Appreciate the massive new tier 1 sub, my friend. Absolutely insane. I appreciate it.
Management, and can they bide time on this point for long enough to get a significant percentage, but a ton of damage out there from Stinkers.
Yeah, Rocket is going to be really strong, chat. It's going to be crazy.
Go out. That's going to buy them a bit of time, but not for long as Z-Cube now goes down from Gibbery, who's keeping that momentum forward, and now the Bond's out for the side of Dreamland.
Oh, yo, Zerx.
There will be no ults.
You're
back,
welcome
and
here
just like
anytime,
that,
my friend. I
Dreamland takes the
appreciate it.
point.
Appreciate the kind
25% on
words.
fire is really not that much.
Rocket is basically
that
the
is
buffs.
interesting
I think
that
it's probably
Fire
on my
actually
TikTok or my
commit
YouTube by
the,
now.
the
But
Loki
Rocket is
instead of, like,
getting his,
Invisible Woman
instead of
and
25%
the
damage
Luna, for
boost, he's getting his
example,
40%
so
damage
they're
boost
starting
back.
with Invisible Woman on the side of with
Many
Etsu,
ults.
right? So they assume they have enough damage, right? They're trying to just sort of live. I don't think in that case Super Gomez even expected that much damage to come through from Chuckles, but already the Starlord advantage wasn't really an advantage in this case because Mace isn't even playing that Enema Frost at the current moment because he's on Doctor Strange. So for Fire, this is a tough fight to begin with, losing Super Gomez that early and so much damage from Chuckles.
Yeah, this double shield comp is a comp that Emma can definitely, you know, bully very heavily. Stinker's going to find Xantho in the back line, and that is, again, an early start here for the side of Stinkers on Dreamland, who's just consistently getting those early picks, even through these ults. Super Gomez on to Valentina. The res goes out. Etsu is going to bring back the team. Super Gomez comes in heavy. Goodbye to Mace, and the res is up for Chime now.
Oh, all the reses, chat. All the reses.
And that's going to make it difficult to hold on as Dreamland is still counting up the ticker now on 60%. 25 here for FYRSTRAYS. The Meteor Ram. Does this one land after the combination? It does. Chuckles onto Etsu.
Chuckles the Prodigy.
That is again a huge combo as you use Phoenix to break all shields and get that free meatball to the dome of the front line. Well done again by Dreamland to hold on to this point now at 75%.
And it's a tough fight to come back into for the side of FYRSTRAYS. Etsu committing that res and then also, you know, getting that soul bond onto everybody. Maybe a bit too early in that case, but regardless, or it was Chime on the other side too. I think that right now, FYRSTRAYS in a tough fight, back and forth, right? You still get to have that combination.
Do you think the Mr. Fantastic change will make him viable? Probably if they're running against Dive. I think it's very good against Dive, but anything not Dive related, probably not. We'll see.
Comes out after the fact, I believe the team trying to maintain position, but that's a two-piece now for Mace as Lion goes down as well as Etsu, double strategist pick. So much value. Valentina now going to find British Tree. Z-Cube goes down to Jibbery, Mace on to Super Gomez, and Dreamland, after losing point initially, come back.
Damn, bro.
Insane beast taking this home and getting the first map W.
I'm gonna feel bad if FYRSTRAYS loses.
I think
if FYRSTRAYS loses, they're out of the tournament chat. And Super Gomez went from Sentinels, who is still in the tournament in the upper bracket, and if he loses, he's out. Makes me feel like he should have stayed.
At the moment, Chuckles, 6 final hits, 7 final hits for Chuckles, 6 for Mace.
Super Gomez is actually popping off though. He's 5-2, 5 final hits.
Bit of a tougher side indeed. Besides Super Gomez, really nobody doing anything, unfortunately.
Hey, still a winnable game though. Game's not over, chat. We've seen a lot of games where even though the team didn't cap first and win the first point, they win the next 2.
There, but unfortunately, it doesn't mean much when you have Chime resin the entire team back after the fact, coming right back to the point. So that is the downside here.
Why'd he leave? Oh, I have no idea. I knew he was a bench player. Maybe he left because he wanted to play be a starter.
You might see another double portal play here. It's all about, can we see the shutdown? We've seen in the past, again, Gale with the freeze, trying to stop these portals from coming through. The idea was there on the last map, but it did not work out for either side. As we start once more, the double portal on point instantaneously. The team's not doing anything crazy with them, just going to use them to try to take this early. We will see Group now from the side of British Tree, ready with that strangling prison now. It's all about who falls first. Lion going to bring out the Faith. Out goes Stinkers and Valentina.
So many ults happening, nothing dying.
Doesn't indeed, and that's kind of a big get too, right?
Oh, big ult by Mace. Big ult.
Gets traded out. The res also here.
But a big res.
Turnaround, but Chime going to do the thing right back as Mace is now back in the field. Mace doing a good job finding these eyes onto the back line, finding double picks and forcing out a res here from Adam. So that is not too much committed post or prior to the res. And now goes the return with the eye. Does that one find value? Up we go as Z.
Oh, that was an air ball though.
Make it 3 as Jibbery falls. Chime gonna self-res back, but at that point is gonna fall once more to Z Cube. And now FYRSTRAYS have the pressure on the point and will be getting it early.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to say they lost the fight early when they didn't combine Chuckles and Stinkers' combination of ults, right, with the Ensong Inferno alongside Meteor M. Didn't use it that time, right? Stinkers doesn't find the eliminations early. Maybe he thought that they could find a KO, but regardless, Chuckles forced to kind of commit it late after an eye came out from Z-Cube, also after that Galactic Legend comes out from Super Gomez, and then just kind of yeets it out there, praying that Chime or Jibbery gets hit, and unfortunately, or sorry, Etsu or Xantho gets hit, which they don't. And now FYRSTRAYS have point control, sitting in a good spot with that Strangling Prison against basically nothing on Dreamland's side.
Yeah, I mean, I think the idea was to try to damage boost with Stinkers there and Jibbery, but I don't believe it worked out. It might have been the slow from this side of Xantho. They could
nice movement by Super Gomez.
Not being able to get there with the damage boost. So I think that's what happened is now we see the
I think he actually missed that ult. I think he hit the Invis Woman's shield. Oh, that's not good, bro.
But it is not comboed. Stinkers up against Etsu, and we see that amazing Beyblade spin there with the melee cancel right down towards the back line. Does immediately get just absolutely destroyed in the sky.
What's up, Lego?
Unless it clipped at that edge there. Super Gomez going to start with a blaster barrage on the backside.
And starting out, keeping everybody alive, though, on the main tank, main Vanguard line is the strats of FYRSTRAYS. And now Bagamoto on the high ground. Oh, no,
wait, he solo ulted that guy, but the guy ended up getting rezzed.
Yeah, and here goes the follow-up from Super Gomez. This is what we were talking about, but it is going to be eaten, and it does by enough time. Z-Cube is going to be able to take out Mace. Mace gets res immediately. All those ults not able to get enough value to stop that res from coming through. A huge res again by Chime, but remember, FYRSTRAYS 82% on. British Tree going to find Valentina. The res is ready for Etsu, though.
Are you going to play more Rivals later? Me play? Probably not. It's been a 13-hour stream. We still have this match and another match to go, and then I'm probably going to go to bed and wake up early tomorrow and do it all over again. Ninja Key, appreciate the massive 11 months. How you doing? How you doing? Hey, we're tied 1-1. We have a series. We have a series. What do you mean part-time streamer? I streamed 13 hours today.
Saw that Magneto used his shift, using that shield, right? Can't eat the ultimate anymore, and they all get sucked up, right? In the previous fight, I believe Valentina did have a shield there to block British Tree's Strangling Prison, but that was only one fight. The next one, that British Tree has the same opportunity. He's able to connect that time.
20-3 by Super Gomez.
For FYRSTRAYS. And unfortunately for Dreamland, I just feel like they need to combine these Phoenix ults.
Tomorrow the EMEA games are going to be insane.
That Magneto alongside that Phoenix, but they're giving up on it. It looks like now, trying to play that Wolverine on the best round for Wolverine with that lava pit to bring people into. But we'll see if it can pan out against the Groot too, where the Invisible Woman on the opposite side to peel. It's going to be up to Stinkers to kind of pop off and play well on that hero.
Compositional change here for Dreamland. We will see the change over to having a Phoenix and running a more traditional 2-2-2.
I'm not a full-time streamer, chat.
Potential play from Super Gomez on the freeze as it goes through map. Does it land? We are not sure yet. Across the map we go. The portal does come through. The shield did block as they start once more. Both on the high side, great positioning, but CQ might have the jump.
Wow, what a fucking Wolverine play. God damn.
Map there. It doesn't matter what kind of ult you have out. If you get thrown off the map, Super Gomez onto Mace now.
What a Wolverine play.
Both losing a Vanguard. Who's going to come out on top? Ult advantage slightly in the side of Dreamland, but Super Gomez very close.
Wolverine players who can do that are scary.
They're committing invis boundary on both sides. Nobody wanted to give it the point just yet. So usually we're going to see, you know, is this Sneakers ult going to be huge in the middle of the fight? Actually got pushed on the map, though, by Valentina. That's a huge push.
Valentina, a very, very strong invis, always has been. She is disgusting on invis as we pop a few ults now. Super Gomez going to pull those out, but Starlord, that's the goal. Get those ults quickly and force whatever. Mace
did Mace just fall off the fucking map?
Off map? Are you kidding me?
Did he get pushed off the map, chat, or did he fall off the fucking map?
Change over here to be on that Phoenix. Jibbery onto Super Gomez.
No, 100 Thieves is not playing tonight. They play tomorrow because they're in the winner's bracket. Did he get pushed up by the invis, or did he fall off? I'm gonna be honest with you, knowing Mace, he probably
what happened to Mace there in the last fight. Pause coming out. He did go off the map though. That's the interesting factoid. Regardless, the pause is obviously for some reason, as we're on an online group stage, it matters every second, every minute that you are potentially down a man or whatever. That matters, Shib, and that's why we're gonna get that pause coming through from, I believe, Dreamland. And now we're coming back into it, all tied up 1-1, Shib. This has been a close series so far. And it really feels like the difference makers have been these force.
Match will be restarted? No, there's no way this match is going to get restarted when it's already 1-1. It's the last map of the KOF game. There's no way.
You can just get an insane amount of
value out
of things.
Maybe Base disconnected. Who knows? The game's just paused though.
As we have seen from other teams, actually, even including Dreamland in the past. And these off-map locations where you really don't have to commit anything and can find so much success, not only in the neutral but through alt plays while teams are stacking, is absolutely a huge value. So
holy shit, how long are the matches? They're best of threes. They could be pretty fast.
Sometimes these off maps don't necessarily give credit to those who get the push if they're able to deal damage to themselves properly off map, and which does negate alt advantage. It does negate some alt charge, but still you do have that.
What happened in your tournament? Oh, the tournament was already over. It went by fast. We came in third place.
Very good here. Dreamland it's seemingly working a lot better with the 2-2-2. My curiosity is, will that work in the sustained as these alts start evening out?
Yeah, it is very curious, but we're entering back into it. You're right. Like, how is it going to work sustain-wise? And I guess the biggest thing is, yes, Thinkers finding these pulls off the map, the force physics that you mentioned. If they can keep hitting those, then that's the way forward. But that's going to be on Stinkers. And that's the crazy part about Wolverine is that it stuns you after you pull somebody. Here comes British Street, pulled back into a Sonic Seduction, but he's met with a shield to keep him alive.
Why do you watch people instead of playing yourself? Because this is a $3 million tournament, and this is actually a lot of fun. And I'm also watching a lot of friends play. Also, I get to talk shit with chat. Bro, chat, this is what I don't understand. I stream Marvel Rivals like 360 days of just playing fucking ranked, but I spend 5 days watching a big tournament, and you guys, come on, chat. We can spend a few days watching a big tournament rather than playing the game. I play the game literally every single fucking day.
Committed, but unfortunately, he didn't have healing, and Super Gomez cleans it up. Everybody else gone, and huge job from Super Gomez to find that pick early on to Jibbery, right? So because we're not seeing
I know you guys want to see professional gameplay and not these, like, noobs. That's why you guys want to watch me play, but, like, it's fun watching these games, chat. Plus, it gives me a break. Listen, I'm 30 years old. Me not playing the video game is going to help my arthritis, okay?
We'll see if they've learned. FYRSTRAYS hiding with the string in prison. There it is.
Yeah, and we are going to wall off here. Going to be followed up. A great focus there to burn Phoenix out of the end song. We see the tackle there from Wolves. Stinkers goes down. British Tree with some great positioning here. Going to try to step back to the point, but remember, there's still only about 35 on here for Fire, who are going to try to keep this pressure on. Ult advantage still up here for FYRSTRAYS, who do have those strategists backline ults ready for action. Again, we talked about the sustain in the long game, and that is what I'm talking about as we see 2 strat ults ready to counter. Super Gomez doing a great job finding picks here. Going to get another and build towards that ult. We see Etsu close to the res in case the team goes down. Chuckle's going to find British Tree, though, and that will keep them progressing forward on the side of Dreamland, who need to get at this point going. Is lying now. It's going to bring out the fate of both worlds. Valentina again onto Super Gomez with a push or a pull. Finding a pick there. She is getting a ton of value with that cooldown.
This is sort of the yin and the yang of Super Gomez, right in the middle of a strat ult. Unfortunately goes down. Here comes a Meteor M, met by that Wolverine, who blocks it with his face, not even using a passive to save it and save his team. But they're still touching the point right now, Dreamland is. Or sorry, FYRSTRAYS are trying to make sure they contain the point until just about now. But Super Gomez finds Chime and they're working themselves back into it, Chip.
Yeah, I mean, this is some great positioning plays here. Fire again, still holding his position. Out we go with Super Gomez, potentially forcing out anything that they have. Dreamland doesn't have much to answer, so are going to just give up that space, which is a good play. Now they have 5 ults for this next fight. This must go their way. If I'm on Team Dreamland, this is a must win, not only for the map, but just for the sake of being up an entire suite of ults. We're going to have British Tree ready here with the clobbering time.
There's no way Dreamland loses this game, right? They have 5 ults.
British Tree right back. Chime onto Xantho now. As you see, Stinkers playing aggro, trying to make sure those rests don't get too much value, and just dancing around Lying, who's trying to make that pick happen.
Oh, 1 second, chat.
Zetsu brings back Z-Cube now. Spin to win out with the Blast Barrage once more. FYRSTRAYS at 99. Dreamland building towards 99.
No, there's no way Dreamland loses this.
2 picks out for Dreamland, make it 3. This is looking in their favor again as Dreamland find a 4th now. 3 left on the map.
Oh, British Tree's probably... British Tree's gonna portal, though. British Tree, they're gonna have a portal. They're gonna have a portal. They're gonna have a Luna ult. They're gonna have an invisible. They're gonna have a... what do you call it? I don't know, bro. Dreamland could probably lose this.
Dance floor. Will that be enough to hold as it gets matched right back by Valentina?
And they did not get pulled off.
No, the invis for FYRSTRAYS died. No, bro, the invis woman needs to get out so that she can ult. Oh, she got the ult out.
No connection. Super Gomez goes down.
But Super Gomez is dead.
It's going to find Super Gomez out of the sky, likely from the trance there, which is a great play to find a Wolverine taking a Starlord out of the sky like that. Mace with the early pick. Super Gomez is down, going to be coming back with fists to try to get there quickly, using those cooldowns to fly in. Mace going to keep the pressure on, heading towards the off map, and a great push, which leads to Z-Cube now going up with a Meteor.
Oh, what a block. Who'd block that? Dream? Sorry, not Mace. What a block, bro.
And Super Gomez comes in though. Z-Cube on the Mace. Is the retake gonna happen now as Fire goes up in numbers? This is so back and forth. Etsu ready with a res on FYRSTRAYS. Super Gomez.
No fucking way FYRSTRAYS comes back and wins this. No fucking way. They don't get the portal down. There is no way Dreamland actually lost that, bro. Oh no. They had 5 ults. 5.
Back to the point, relying on a huge
Yo, no Buckeye. Appreciate the massive gifted sub, my friend. And also Ash. Appreciate the massive prime sub.
Worked out perfectly for FYRSTRAYS, and they win the first map in, I wouldn't say convincing fashion, but you know what, Chib? It was a banger first map.
Yeah, I mean, that was...
Super Gomez did pop off 32-7
right there. That was so much fun to witness. Look at the stat lines. I mean, wildly similar. Obviously, you are going to see triple on the side of FYRSTRAYS, so you will see a little bit different in the finals, but still, you know, 13 finals there for Mace, the SVP. You see 10 from Chuckles, but you look over British Tree with a 6. A lot of setup ultimates there with Groot. That's what Groot can do.
Wow, and I just want to let you guys know, keep in mind, FYRSTRAYS has the least amount of votes. They have the most people who voted for their team, but they actually have the least money. 28 people voted for Dreamland, 40 people voted for FYRSTRAYS, and the 28 people actually had more money than 40.
I think players are learning as well, just throughout the history of this game, is you kind of have to play perfect against triple strategist, right? You have to really have the on-point shots. You have to have the correct combinations. There are so many things, right? Just trying to live on a strategist is much harder if you're not running triple, right? There are a lot of small changes that sort of impact the game in a big way.
Bro, I'm so tired.
Double duelist compositions. Or
Iron Fist is so nuts. Bro, right? Iron Fist is getting buffed next season.
Of the game a ton, and like we saw in the last game,
I think he's going to be more of a tank shredder.
Moment slide you have situations like that happen. If Stinkers is not able to find
No, they're not knocked out yet. It's a best of 3, chat. It's a best of 3.
Early, it can really screw you over, especially when the portals come through and you need to sustain long term.
Yeah, I think we need to shout out the fact that, folks, you need to have Strange in the belt. You need to be able to take Strange and make those portals happen, because as you see there, that looked like it was heading towards Dreamland. That portal came through and the whole team came back and took the W, committing some strong ultimates to turn it around. So Super Gomez, look at these stat lines here. 32 KOs, only fallen 7 times. He's gonna have almost 30k damage in 14 finals. A lot of those driven from Starlord, but coming back with Fist to be there quick and then just being a nuisance.
I like how they give him Iron Fist as MVP when he was on Iron Fist for literally like the last fight.
Sure, I think that him on Starlord is always something that we can talk about, but I think also Z-Cube impressed me, man. I don't know about you, but he really did a lot. Like, I think that alongside Super Gomez creating space, finding eliminations. I mean, on the opposite side, Mace had 30k damage, right? On Emma, you just saw his uptime was crazy. He was always doing damage. But we'll have to find out how the rest of the series goes, because FYRSTRAYS are up a map on Dreamland, potentially going to send them home after this short break unless a comeback happens.
A short break? Yeah, Dogman, I'm glad that Dogman is getting the recognition he deserves as a caster for this game. Like, he's a good caster, and I think Overwatch, like, he didn't get his chance to shine. But yeah, he's really good. Okay, chat, I gotta go to the bathroom. We have 2 minutes. If you need to go to the bathroom, do it now. Oh.
Protect your bald king!
Trapping all those fighting souls, but yet across the world I see you standing in my way. And remember the time, the place we used to fight, like the sun and moon.
Welcome back, everyone. GG's, my Iron Fist isn't healing. Instead, he's coming back with a vengeance onto the back line. FYRSTRAYS takes map 1. What a battle. What'd you think, my man?
Yeah, an insane battle. I mean, my biggest takeaway to you, at least, was, yeah, and that's the strength of a triple strategist, right? But also, that was a close one. I mean, that was incredibly close. I don't think it really can't be overstated, right? I mean, they portal play, they come back with that dance floor, somehow find 2 eliminations, job done for FYRSTRAYS, and go up a map on a team that we all expected to honestly make the top 4. So this would be crazy if FYRSTRAYS get it done. Maybe that could be the first upset of the day if it happens.
I mean, we've had battles today. You and I, it's either we see sweeps or we see insane games, and I'll tell you what, that was a fun one to watch. But again, I mean, the competition is just so close. Gomez looked unbelievably strong right there, playing a mean Starlord and then showing up there in that moment. But the entire team there from FYRSTRAYS looked wildly strong. Both maps had moments where I thought both teams
it didn't start yet, did it?
Obviously, Dreamland map 1 looked insanely dominant, and then FYRSTRAYS
bathroom
on
break
2,
chat.
just very
Oh
much
shit,
back
no,
and
we
forth
came back just in
as
time.
we
Holy
head
shit, look at that
into
perfect
game
fucking
2
timing.
here. Well, what do you know?
Yo, Chocobo,
Not a surprise for
1 2
sure.
1
I'm
2
sure we'll
1.
see more focus
Appreciate the
on
massive
strategies
prime
again.
sub
We see the
and
Ultron Protect come through for Dreamland this time around. And Warlock Protect on
is
their
it Malik?
side. Makes sense
Malik?
moving into convergence.
Appreciate the
as
massive
well. I think
prime sub as
Ultron
well.
does a lot better on these map types, but yeah, it is fun as well that Super Gomez, by the way, Adam Warlock banned on the opposite side. Don't fully know they were gonna play it when they have Ultron through, but it makes sense, I think, considering what happened in the previous map. Gonna get rid of a hero that definitely is a staple, but it makes sense for Super Gomez, by the way, Shib, who said, you know, in his previous interview, it's a good thing to have a change of scenery, right? Not being on Sentinels anymore. It obviously, you know, isn't the best to not play for a team like Sentinels, who has been such a storied franchise, but regardless, it's sometimes good for a player, just mental wise, to have a brand new reset and a chance to prove themselves on a new team like Super Gomez has with FYRSTRAYS.
Absolutely. And again, I mean, we talk about this team being kind of, you know,
please love me back, my handsome Jay. I need you in my life. I need you in my bedroom. I need you in my what? No, bro. Get off the drums. What are you even saying?
What we saw with Dreamland was some of those big combinations, but now we are heading into Hall of Dajalian, and this is going to be the choice, folks. Of
is Iron Fist worth learning this season? I mean, he's pretty good. I'm pretty sure he's going to be good next season.
So we'll see how they perform here. This is a map that at this point is a staple of stage 2, which I have almost no doubt will be shown, as teams really seem to like this map.
And for the last ban, we'll be curious to see what it is, because, well, yeah, I mean, you get the Starlord through earlier. I wonder if we could use that as a bait, right? They ban out Luna Snow. 4 Stratus bans, Shib. Could be 8 total. Would this be the first time we've seen 8 total? I don't think it is.
Wait,
but it could
8
be.
total.
This could be the very first time we see 8 Stratus ban total. For both sides. That'd be crazy.
I'm pretty sure we've always seen 8 total support bans. Are we not?
I'm curious what that's going to be. Oh yeah, okay. You got to try to save something here. And that's going to be likely for Valentina.
Yeah, I mean, we're already banning out all the off-healers. So
Torch.
I was gonna say, like, you could use these sort of like only shredded as banned phases as a bit of a bait to allow other things through, like the Emma Frost. This time, Torch getting banned out on the opposite side. Right?
EMEA always, I guess EMEA always bans supports
on both sides. Actually, it's very interesting that is kind of the case, but. Yeah, the Starlord with the Jeff has been a staple, right? Setting up the Starlord even more
down on
with those speed
no, bro.
boosts
I've been
from the
streaming for
bubbles
13 hours. It's not healthy to sit down for 13 hours.
Which isn't touched anymore. So these are sort of
that's
those
not
things
good.
that you trade off. That we talked about
sitting
earlier.
is the new smoking, chat. It's actually very bad for you.
For everything you get, you give up something else. And in this
sitting
case, you're giving
sitting
up
and not getting up and stretching your legs or getting the blood flowing is really bad. You could get blood clots. You could get. You know, a lot of bad things.
There, when it comes to that speed boost from Jeff, that is another one of those things that at this level of play is really used to its max potential. The speed boost as a team.
It's almost time. Hey, good luck, my friend. Good luck. Good luck.
One thing, but then also using it for simple things like Blaster Barrage on Starlord, enabling you to.
Yeah, man. Blood clots ain't a joke, chat, and it doesn't matter if you're young. Hey, bro, I'm pretty sure. I don't even know how old Aspen is, but I think Aspen is like the latest person that I know that actually had blood clots in her leg, and she actually needed to get surgery. I don't know if you guys remember that, but like. That's fucking scary, bro. Shit can happen to anyone.
Cheese on the off angle behind spawn to try to get a pick.
Hey, would have got Lying there, right? Because Lying was down on that point side, usually where people throw it. Could have got him. But Dreamland doing a comp we saw earlier, which is this sort of it's interesting.
Not good, chat. Not
triple
good.
Stratus comp, right? So they're relying heavily on this Namor damage. Makes sense on Hall of Dajali. I think we've seen this hero a lot. But with this Namor, can it do enough damage? Right? Can Stinkers pop off enough? Have enough uptime?
Hey, it's good. Even if you're playing video games, chat, and you gotta, ooh, that squid is kind of fucked. If you're playing video games, sometimes if you lose a game, if you have a few wins, get up, stretch the legs, go to the fridge, get some water, go to the bathroom. It's good to move around, chat. It's not good to sit for long periods of time.
He's just gonna play directly behind and just keep them healthy with that Ultron drone, just allowing them to do a ton of damage. Now the whole team going to be dropping down here under bridge. If you are pressured, that is the place to go. As we see the portal come through on the defense from ZQ, just trying to wall off some of that high side angle. A very smart portal play. That is your goal every time you come back with portal. Try to put it in a spot that's going to mess with the enemy team. Don't just use it to get back in touch. Try to get some more value out of it. As the pressure comes in here, Stinker's going to be chasing Super Gomez forever and does find that pick, and that's going to be good there for the attacks out of Dreamland, who are once again up numbers. But now we're going to start pressing the Q button as Valentina matches lying, and who gets the most value through, we'll find out shortly.
And we have the damage boost available. Here comes the whale. Damage boost gets one on the Etsu 2. So that's a very, very big pick.
Feel better, Doozy.
On the point isn't going to be
Get
able to
better,
pull
get
back.
better.
Super Gomez also still walks back to the point.
They're looking for E potential here. Is going to be able to find one, but immediately get matched and is dropped there. Chime going to find Z-Cube, and Chuckle's going to get that first pick. Mace now on British Tree, and Dreamland is now walking with almost 5 minutes on after point one. A very aggressive
You know, people
attack.
ship
We've been seeing
Starlord
a
and
lot
Mantis,
more
but they're
of that
half
over the
siblings.
last
Is
few
that actually true?
days of Ignite, where teams are really figuring out how to make
Hey,
this
man.
attack fly on
Sometimes
point
you just
one.
got to
There
keep it in the
hasn't been
family,
a
bro.
ton of long holds on point one.
Goddamn dare,
Yeah,
brother.
you're right. Have not been. Hulk going too far in that fight. Chuckle is going to go down to Super Gomez, who swaps over. And it makes sense. Super Gomez, I think, on Starlord first point, maybe overcommitted, right? Went too far. Probably didn't think too much of the potential ramifications of going as deep as he did. But then Jibbery with the huge dodge of that Jeff ult 2 in the Loki compy. Going over to the Winter
I'm
Soldier
actually
now,
really
worth him a little
surprised
more
to see a
frontline
Loki
damage,
in
breaking
this
those
game.
squids
Ooh,
as
nice
well,
hook.
dealing with the Loki.
And here we go again. Up we go with the Meteor M. Does this one find value? Valentina going to pick on British Tree again early on in those fights. It's another one of those early takedowns there from the strategist line. We are going to see.
What's good, Jay? Nothing much, nothing much. Hope all's well.
Able to walk forward a bit. Out goes the whale. That one not able to find too much value.
Oh, man, I'm old.
Again.
I gotta
Is
stretch
now
more.
Dreamland with Jibbery is going to be copying it right back and bringing the dance floor to them. It's gone now. Out goes the Psionic with a good count on it. It is good practice to try to understand timing of all the strategists also. You know when you can commit yours. Out goes the Rage of Ultron. They're putting some focus there onto the Hulk, who is going to have to drop back, and that is Chuckles now. As Jibbery gets a pick on to Super Gomez. Chuckles on a Lying and Stinkers on a Z-Cube. Dreamland is walking point 2 now.
Yeah, this Jeff comp really isn't working at the current moment. I mean, they're playing like a front-to-back style with the Bucky, but honestly, I think the comp sort of works even stronger with the Starlord instead, right? It's tough to see the Bucky out here just because, I mean, they're going to have to be playing front to back, right? Or they switch to 2-2-2, which they're doing now with Etsu going over to Phoenix, Santha going over to the Cloak and Dagger, which makes sense. If they wanted to play that
Wait,
Jeff,
what?
they
People
need to play
ship
Starlord
Emma and
consistently.
Bruce?
And now off of this, on a more traditional comp, again, Sneakers gets pulled in, though, nice grab, and slows him down.
And we go once more, folks. Ult advantage going to be up here for FYRSTRAYS, who will have 3 in this fight, very close to Etsu 2 to make sure there is 4. Valentina going to be holding on.
Hey,
Stinker's
appreciate it,
Mace
Dov.
will be there to match in this fight as well. It's again and roughly even trade as Etsu should put the odds in their favor here with another ult, but out go a few. You see the whale. It's matched.
I think they have the same dad. What, Mantis and
it does not. Again, coming with Super Gomez.
Mantis and Starlord have the same dad? See, this is I don't know anything about.
Shields, good patience there by Chuckles to make sure that cooldown is ready. Looking for clones to reset. Back. Is not able to find some. Instead, going to use it as a defensive strategy to head backwards. Going to try to focus this, and they do. As Chime takes out the Endsong Inferno with this guy, and not a lot of value with any of those ults, as everybody is just on a counter fest here, forcing Dreamland to retake together and wait up for Mace.
It's still a good fight there for Fire, right? I mean, so many abilities, cooldowns.
I mean, FYRSTRAYS has it in for them today, chat.
You know, both Super
3-minute
Gomez's ult and
hold,
also
bro.
British Trees.
Can
And
our
then
boy
eventually the
Super
ult from
Gomez
Bridge
actually
from Chime,
hold?
they just kind of run away, right? No ults again. Sninkers needs to hit a whale here. I think that's the biggest thing, right? He's kind of been chucking them out there. Trying to go for the combo with the Meteor M was a little bit too early. Also, Meteor M was a little bit too late. Copy comes out from Jibbery, affording them some space to walk up before they pop it, though. But FYRSTRAYS on their side.
You should have
See how they
Gomez
react.
coach you
It's
in
kind of
Bucky. Yeah, no.
they go for maybe a
I
reduction.
clear
That's good for
Gomez
Super
on Bucky.
Gomez, but it's going to be healed up.
Yeah, that pull cooldown
I clear
is
Gomez,
a
chat.
nightmare as a Vanguard, as we see there. The early pull. Chuckles goes down. Great tackle here by by Z-Cube, who finds Stinkers, and keeping that pressure on forward. Now FYRSTRAYS trying to retake. Numbers are evened out as Chuckles and Stinkers are down, but the spawn is heavily in the favor here of FYRSTRAYS, as Etsu should be here closely, and Super Gomez and Etsu both right next to ultimates to be able to retake this point and own the space, and they do, as Dreamland now has to drop backwards. So good retake and hold there by FYRSTRAYS, who were down early in numbers.
Z-Cube has really impressed me throughout this series. I think he's been leveling leveling up for sure, but invisible boundary match for the Ultron's Rage on the backside, pulled in, forcing out now that Fate of the Worlds from that Luna Snow.
Oh, wow. Good movement to actually live all that. I thought him going in there and shifting in was actually going to get him killed. Faneku, I appreciate the massive tier 2 for 15 months. I hope you're having a great day.
Just going to burn some of those clones and crystals, getting a ton of value in terms of equipment, but not a lot in terms of picks. Now, Etsu on the off angle, Hulk from the side of Chuckles, just trying to take that space and own it as everybody's dropping back together. Jibbery going to take out British Tree, though, and again, this side of Dreamland up a number, but will FYRSTRAYS be able to bounce back? Super Gomez goes down to Jibbery on the Loki again. Chime now on Etsu. Chuckles.
Wait, they're about to have a minute and a half. Wow. I think we have ourselves a game, friends. I think we might have ourselves a game.
Stuff out of Dreamland. I mean,
Yo, Jay, I watched you earlier. GG's. Not GG's, man. I feel like we could have definitely did better.
Catalyst to that. I mean, he has taken.
Good luck tomorrow, Jay. What do you mean good luck tomorrow? My 100K tournament was today.
That protection has been panning out to a huge degree. Same thing with the Luna Snow. And then Chuckles, like he just dives in there, uses Pop Soul, forces every single cooldown diamond.
I don't want a game. I need Gomez to win. Bro, what's the worst thing that can happen? If Gomez loses, that you lose all your channel points. Who cares?
Right? I mean, you saw consistent dives coming through onto the back line from, I believe it was British Tree in this case. But it's just never working out, right? The whole kind of creates that space, soaks up that damage a little bit better, and especially against these triple strategist compositions, and gets the job done. I mean, you can see Chuckles, most final hits as a Hulk is crazy.
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
Stinkers, 16-1. Wow, none of the supports on Dreamland died. Damn, yo, I'm actually really surprised how close this game was. Look at the FYRSTRAYS stats.
Very important here on attack.
And they only have a minute left.
Push through with some time on. So again, Dreamland looking really good now. Going to be able to be on defense on the high side in a similar position that they attacked from prior.
And you know what? Just to kind of, I mean, not to over talk about some players and talk, you know, hype them up too much, but Chime really was involved in like every single fight. Like, I don't think there was a single fight he wasn't involved in, going 18-0. Also creating space on his own. I mean, this guy has really impressed me like throughout his entire career, but especially him and Stinkers have done a good job, I think, putting themselves back on the map. And, you know, throughout their tryouts, throughout going, you know, through the ringer of tier 2.
Faneku, really appreciate a massive 2 gifted subs as well.
And also
hey, Faneku's popping off today.
Yeah, and just a tag team with that. I mean, Chime also a leader of comms, according to what Mace is saying. Stinker's going to find that pick early here on Super Gomez, and that is going to put them
Faneku.
Early on. There will be no early res here, as we do see that was the rocket now switch here from Super Gomez on attack, and they're just owning this space on the high side. These portal plays bringing us back a little bit to season 1. These strange plays still getting value.
Wait, did she actually finally learn how to cook? Wait,
towards
what?
The end of the play if you need to panic portal.
Oh, you're fine, Faneku. You know, don't even worry about that.
Of dropping back as a unit. Good exile again by Chuckles.
Never be sorry.
You can retake and prep for the next fight and just bide as much time as possible. You don't need to start these fights. Let them come to you as long as you have position on point.
The tough part for Fire is they're going to be lacking a ton of damage, right? At least on the opposite side, there's a Luna Snow and that Ultron. You're not afforded that same opportunity, right? You're relying heavily on Etsu, heavily on Z-Cube. And you get that res advantage at least, right? But at the moment,
how does that even...
now everybody slams, Xantho goes down.
Yeah, Stinker's going to find Xantho, but Etsu finds Stinkers. The res comes back onto Xantho, so the numbers again back on FYRSTRAYS, who should be
half of that didn't even make any sense. How the hell did he get hit by that? Oh, he wasn't even in it.
Much with it there, but the space
King,
has
GG's.
been taken by Fire as Dreamland is heavily off point now. Going to have to drop back in as a unit as soon as a portal comes through here from Stinkers, which will happen shortly, and they're going to instead commit a strategist line and commit together. Out goes the eye. Great frame there.
No, bro, I don't know if that ult was the best ult I could do. Oh, but he's still popping. A 0. Appreciate the massive 4 months. Take care, Shadow. Take care. Thanks for being here, my friend.
At the moment, this is what we're talking about. They're going to be kind of lacking in this neutral a little bit, right? Valentina with the copy, or sorry, with the Luna Snow, just able to kind of put so much pressure on these Vanguards as well as heal the team. And right now, I mean, you're relying, like, it's still on Etsu. British Tree, though. Nice pick on Valentina walking towards him. And then Mace doesn't have healing on this inside angle. And right now, I mean, they're trading it back and forth, but this res advantage again. Super Gomez finds another res on Etsu with this beacon because they can't find it because they're playing so front to back style. Dreamland is.
I mean, Chuckles bubbles there in terms of timing on Amaze was wild, really well played. Just right when that E was being committed by
Bro,
great understanding. You know, without any.
I am so
strategies
fucking
having to go
tired.
LOS there on those Vanguards. Not much you can do.
If Dreamland wins, we go to a match 3. I don't even know if I can watch the last game, chat, bro.
As early as Dreamland on the attack, as we have 3 minutes and 30 here for FYRSTRAYS.
I'm exhausted.
Able to reset. Ult advantage heavily up for Fire, though, who built a ton of time to build those ults and not have to commit a lot.
Bro.
They were forced staggering on the point to buy time for point 1. So again, it kind of all worked out in FYRSTRAYS' favor here, but there will be a few ults.
We gotta make it through though, man. We gotta. I am not gonna drink an energy drink. I don't even have an energy drink in the house. I am not gonna drink an energy drink at 9 p.m., 9:30 p.m.
Maybe get slept on a bit in the Americas region.
Oh. Wait, did that even? It did go off, but you know, big stun regardless.
Oh, good shit, Josh.
That push, that's one ult removed.
What time are you starting stream tomorrow? Probably 8 a.m. again, when the first match starts.
Here comes a whale, met by a shield, and also everybody else kind of falling back for it. This is an absolute slugfest ship. I mean, we have triple strategists and Namor for both teams, and you know, neither side really have a ton of lethality outside of that, and maybe their Vanguard play.
Yeah, I mean, you highlighted well before in our previous matchup that this is a good Namor map simply due to the fact that it's very lane focused and you could put squids on the high angle, and there really isn't a lot of escape from the whale just due to the nature of it being about the whale size width of this lane. So again,
just watch the VOD tomorrow.
And you'll see now, going to be on that hook.
No, we're live gamers, chat. We're live gamers.
Being uncontested because your backline is forced to look backwards and your duelists are forced to turn backwards. Ton of damage goes out and point 2 is taken.
Wait, this is still doable for FYRSTRAYS.
4 minutes available for them to try to tie this up. 2 minutes if they want to even the spread in OT.
Yeah, and they copied there to do it, to try to touch, and they're committing another ult from Valentina. I mean, Jibbery committing the copy was rough, and also getting pushed off, booped away from the Hulk, and basically everybody else was huge. But right now, I mean, I kind of love this Rocket Raccoon wrinkle as they get another fight win because, I mean, realistically, Ship, they're going to now, the reason they switched Chime over to Starlord is because they at least need to, like, push past these main points, right? You have to take advantage and look for that BRB because, you know, we've
hopefully
seen
Stray caps this, chat. I would really like Stray the cap this.
Back in the fight. So once you have Rocket Raccoon and not dive characters or not playing against dive characters you have to worry about, you have a free BRB to bring somebody back into the fight at all times. This is something that I've wanted out of pro teams for a while.
And we'll start up again. Fight's getting ever more crucial. About a minute for them to try to tie the spread. British Tree ready with all. We see Z-Cube committing. Xantho as well. Etsu and British Tree ready for FYRSTRAYS. Chuckles and Mace on the side of Dreamland now committing Qs. But we see a pick there as Valentina goes down. So FYRSTRAYS with another early pick. Etsu gonna find Chuckles. And again onto Jibbery. And at this point, everyone is falling on the side of Dreamland. Chime goes down.
Yo, wait, this actually might be... Yo, bro, they can actually... Ooh, chat, I don't know, bro. If they keep this up, they lost Z-Cube, though.
We'll see some Qs popped. And this time, the Sia out for Super Gomez. They're still...
Wait. They can do this. They can do this. They can do this.
Go with everyone pressing Q. Chime in the sky with the Galactic Legend Valentina. Gonna bring out the invisible boundary.
They can't do this. They can't do this.
Now the momentum shifting back as Chime drops.
They can't do this.
Super Gomez gonna rest Xantho, but Stinker, Chime, and Jibbery gonna clean up the rest. And Dreamland do retake. Committing a ton, but still holding on to Jibbery's ult here.
He's trying to back cap too because he's invisible. Wait, they could get off of it. Imagine.
No, there's no way he's gonna back cap, chat. Imagine if he actually did back cap. That would be insane, bro.
Wait, he could maybe cap this. Maybe he wants them to fight
late to stream. Is J3 getting on some games tonight? We already played my games. There's no way. There's no way he back caps this, chat.
You know what I mean? This is crazy.
No, he's going back. They're too well playing the objective. They lose line because of it too. Maybe committing too much on that in that instance.
Oh wait, he fucked up his teleport.
Plays, right? I mean, it could have worked out and been insane, but since it did,
he fucked up his teleport. He hit F and went to the teleport right next to him instead of the guy across. I can't even fucking speak right now.
Gonna have to retake and start once more, but this time there is only a minute on. British Tree is out there with Strange, so you will have to make sure that if Strange falls, you come back. But if Strange is one of the last ones to go down in the fight, it's going to be difficult to make the play happen on the portal. It's going to be a staggering touch. If that, we start once more on the offense.
Tony, appreciate the massive 8 months. How you doing, my friend?
No shield left.
WWW Brazil.
Chuckles. Whole team is in this locked zone, biding more time with 3 minutes on. Out we go to the invisible boundary. Etsu going to make sure they are not walking, trying to break and focus on the squids. Etsu ready with the whale at any moment. Will likely come in here soon. There is going to be no damage boost. through, so instead it's going to be looking to land directly in the center. This one goes back out. It's matched evenly. Neither of which of the whales are going to get a meal there. Instead, they're both just going to do a little bit of damage. Everybody pressing the Q button. Another invisible boundary gets popped, this time on the side of FYRSTRAYS with the copy.
Oh, can they do this? Can they do this?
FYRSTRAYS may take this to OT. Up in 2 numbers, make it 3 as Stinkers goes down. Can Chuckles hold on, just trying to jump away, but gets pulled right back. Well done there on the defensive side of Lying, on the offensive side of Lying, excuse me. And now we're going to see the switch over Mace.
FYRSTRAYS only has Z Cube's ult. Oh, no. Both teams don't have any ults. This is just whoever plays better.
FYRSTRAYS should be able to take this if played properly. Everybody's still holding on to the point. Mace very low, still getting healed up from Valentina. Valentina very low, still in this fight somehow.
Wow, they actually managed to do it.
And just like that, we have an OT situation.
They actually managed to do it. So it's going to be, what, a minute to 2 minutes and a half?
Suck on defense, Shib, honestly, straight up. Like, that's just kind of what happened. Like, I don't know. Like, this Namor comp is crazy. You rely heavily on him, and then also your Hulk player, and then Vanguard's, like, we see so many ult rotations come through, and then maybe an elimination happens, unless the Namor finds,
We need
like, a
Dreamland to win this map?
like
Why?
or whatever, right?
Do you guys need more time to, like, practice or scrim or something? Bro, I can't. I need FYRSTRAYS to win this, bro. I can't keep my eyes open.
Feels like at the current moment, FYRSTRAYS have figured out a nice little wrinkle. I love the fact they're playing the Rocket Raccoon.
I can't keep my eyes open, man.
Kind of, you know, in a situation where Dreamland could never find the BRB, and you know, off of just incredible Vanguard play, and then also Etsu on attack being crazy, right? I mean, 12 final hits is absurd. Sneakers as well putting up an insane performance, but this is a slog, man, back and forth.
Yeah. Yeah, this is absolutely wild. I mean, I think at the
Just
end there,
sleep,
it
Jay?
seemed like Dreamland started finding their footing
Okay.
again, which is what, you know, the momentum definitely shifted back, but that is just like 0.3 moment there, right? It's just kind of heavily in your favor, so hopefully that would be the case. If you're on defense, you want to feel confident right there, and they looked like it, but, you know, did ultimately fall just too early, and, you know, it's just very difficult to get out of this one, or if the team is pressed that much, having a Hulk at your door is brutal.
Chat,
Just
we're
so much raw
invested, bro.
damage
We
there
got to finish
with
this.
Hulk.
We have
Hulk
to
actually
finish
was
this.
one of the most DPS in the game, if it right in front of your face with those punches, just in terms of speed of attack. So we will start once more, and we might see a portal play off the rip here from FYRSTRAYS with British Tree. Doesn't look like it's happening just yet, but looks like they actually are going to set up and try this. Worked for them last time. Why not try it again?
It may not be pretty, but this is
There's no way they
Rivals
teleport right
now,
on them,
baby.
do they?
With these 3 strategist compositions alongside of Namor. You know, it's like a dad bod. You know, it's like, I don't really want to see it. It's a little ugly, but it gets the job done, right?
What the hell did he just say? It's like a dad bod. I don't really want to see it, but it gets the job done. What is he saying, bro?
Sure, but that would have been pretty crazy to see. But Dreamland doesn't have anyone fall there, so good communication.
Yeah. Slap yourself awake. You know what? That sounds like a great idea.
The comms have to be absolutely wild in this moment. I have no doubt at this point. Dreamland need to win this to stay in the series. If FYRSTRAYS pulls this off, this is theirs, and they will be progressing, just crushing.
Nope, chat. It looks like we might go to a match. We might go to a match 3.
On the defense now, 2 seconds on, and there will
I mean,
be no
Dreamland did
as
pop off this
OT
match.
Is ticking down. That should be it, unless we see an insane dive in here from something, and they do get the touch, but not for long.
Yeah, I mean, maybe if you had a shift up or something for the crystals, regenerative domain, but I mean,
I'm pretty sure even if there was a draw, we still go to another map.
Shib, it was a squid. The squid
Pretty sure.
that showed up twice in the KO feed. And then that squid was popping the heck off, man. If we watch that squid POV,
Are these games already
let me tell
pre-recorded?
you probably get motion sickness because when you
Yeah,
watch those tilt
these
cams
games are
on
these
the
games are
squids,
like
it
2
goes-
weeks
your
old.
Camera flips upside down sometimes. It's a little crazy.
I'm pretty sure if it's a draw, what happens is
Get the squids banned.
I think it goes to next game regardless.
Dreamland with a little bit of a different comp. We're going to see the change up here.
And then if Dreamland
With some
wins
FYRSTRAYS
that,
retreating
that
off
means
that
it's
strange
1 win for
instead,
Fire,
picking
1
up
win
the
for Dreamland, and 1
Magneto.
draw. So
And I
then
think
maybe they
that's just
play
to try to
another
shut down
game after
Shine
that.
up there
I don't know.
in the sky,
I've actually,
just to make sure that Meteor M, if you know, the tricky part is trying to get Meteor M on the
Brother,
same
maybe the
pace
games
as
happen earlier
Ultron.
and
It's
now they're
very
casting them.
difficult 'cause
Like
Ultron
what?
gets that out really quickly. Is going to see a little bit of a nerf in the new patch
yeah.
coming up. The
That's
300,
that's
I believe,
exactly what
charge
happened, yeah.
increase to try to tone that down a bit, and that may put him in a little more of a quote-unquote less
That's
meta or fair
yeah.
place. Curious to see what that looks like.
Interesting you'd say that, Shib. If I listen to TikTok comments, they would say Ultron was actually underpowered. So L plus ratio plus you're wrong, old man. Okay, back in my silver games, Ultron sucks. So you're wrong, buddy.
Damn, yo. Yo,
different
Dogman
for
is making
everybody,
fun of the low rank
Everybody's
players,
got
bro.
their
There
own
ain't no way, bro.
The answer as we start up again.
What? You know, I'm not Jeff Bezos. I'll say that much. Casting Marvel Rivals all day. You know, he lives a different world. I'll tell you what. If we looked at his net worth compared to mine,
I was wondering where you're taking that. You yoinked us right back on the road there. I like where that landed.
yeah, Lumberjacks, Detroit. You know how it goes.
Oh, I love it. As we
No,
start
Goon, you gotta wait until
again,
the stream's
folks,
over.
The attack is out, and this high side has been a mainstay all day. Having Mace walk main there with the Magneto, just to try to put some eyes in a different direction, while the rest of the team owns that height. Try to get one strategist back on main. Everybody else is going to float up there and play around, likely the drone from Chime, which is used and keeping the team up. Stinker's just dealing some raw damage, very low HP. Good drop out there on the defense from ZQ.
I don't think this game's going to be a draw, chat. I don't know what happens when there is a draw as well. I don't think I've ever seen a draw.
Building ults right now. They have the time, a minute 30
I think Dreamland has enough time to cap this.
They can retouch with Portal if need be and commit everything for the win, and that is what's necessary. Or will we have a tie? We've seen it before. Stinkers ready straight out and Chime. That's 2 numbers up. Portal play may be coming in, but they do have time to make that happen with a minute 13. Super Gomez onto Mace. We see a lot of the duelists electing to play Rocket because Rocket actually can do a pretty substantial amount of damage up close. And why not have that in the hands of somebody who's great with a duelist?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely, and I like it because they'll never find the BRB. But
Opinion on this
Chime
take:
in that
Overwatch League
Ultron's
was
rage.
peak
You
viewer
heard the
experience when
little
Defrain
voice
and
line?
Dogman was on
And
Ryan.
that's the
Yeah, I'm
most
gonna be
satisfying
completely honest with you,
feeling
Val.
whenever you know, find that
I didn't
pick
watch
off. Also,
Overwatch
Etsu,
League
I believe,
because
using the little
streamers
toggle
weren't
to walk
allowed to
option that we've
co-stream
added to the
Overwatch
game
League
for mouse and
games.
keyboard enjoyers. On this defense, though, it's all gonna come
Yeah,
down to
all of the
2
Overwatch League
whales.
shit was on
Maybe
YouTube and stuff,
from
and
Mace.
if you co-streamed that, you would have been copyright striked and DMCA'd.
On my bucket list, but I added it as soon
Yeah,
as I saw
Overwatch
it.
League
As
was
we
signed to
start
YouTube,
again,
chat. So if you try to
30
watch their
seconds on the
shit,
clock
you would have.
here.
Yeah, they didn't like it when you watched their shit. Streamers couldn't co-stream their games. Now streamers can watch their games because they changed it. Because I think they realized that streamers co-streaming their games still brings viewership to their game and tournament. Anyways, back to this. Yeah, Dreamland can tie this.
But it loses the major hold in that moment. ZQ keeping the pressure on. Stinkers, though, gonna find Lying. The attack now is up again. The dance floor out for Gibbery and Chuckles, who just waited a little bit. Xantho with a slightly
they disallowed co-streaming, I'm pretty sure, chat, because this is the only reason I can think of this. I'm pretty sure they didn't allow co-streaming because I think YouTube paid for the Overwatch League thing, so that's why YouTube only had only Overwatch League was on YouTube. And if I co-streamed, let's just say I co-streamed the game, it's taking viewers away from the main broadcast, and maybe the main broadcast is running a lot of ads to recuperate, their money. And if the viewers are over here watching with me, then they're not making money. Probably. Also, this last fight is fucking insane. I wonder if Dreamland's actually gonna win this. That was a big whale! Big whale! Dreamland at... Oh, no! They got a res. They also got the... Oh, what a kidnap. What a kidnap, but a fade.
Wow, British Tree takes out Shine. It's still happening here. Stinkers on Etsu, though. This is another one of those back and forth fights. It's anybody's game. Lying with the pick, but at this point, Dreamland should do it.
Wow. We actually go to a map 3.
What a series. What an incredible end. I mean, we had the portal come back through. It's like Ultron
That's
came
fucking
from the future
insane.
to come ruin the hopes and dreams of FYRSTRAYS. Because just what, Chip? I mean, the hopes and dreams are still alive because I believe we are all tied up 1-1 because FYRSTRAYS was the team to win map 1 and a well-deserved MVP for Stinkers, who just was the only person to find a KO ship. That was really it. He was the only one to find a KO in a 20-minute game. He found the KO when it mattered most. I'll tell you what.
Holy moly, man. I mean, these fights have been wild. The amount of trading back and forth in full commitment of ults across the full teams, and just consistently, you look over the kill feed and it's blue and red, back and forth, and it gets to a point where it's just all up to clutch moments. And I think that walkthrough there, like you mentioned, by Chime on that ultimate through Portal, kept the entire Vanguard line full HP in a moment that they were one. You know what I mean? And then coming through and getting.
You better stay on for match 4. Oh, I'm staying on until this is done, chat. We have match 4. I better stay on for match 4. Yeah, I won't be honest with you. I am fucking tired, bro. I am exhausted.
Even this cube, right? He was sort of right about to pick off.
Kidding?
I believe
appreciate the massive Prime sub. Welcome. Absolutely crazy. Appreciate it. What do you mean, L streamer? You know what? TTK, when your match comes on tomorrow, I'm not even gonna fucking watch it. I don't even want to watch your stream.
I mean, then you're allowing thinkers to come back online, and these neutrals, it's always
and
scary,
Daniel,
right?
appreciate the massive 19 months.
Phenomenal on attack, but kind of went silent whenever we switched sides, right? That was the biggest problem for FYRSTRAYS.
How are you guys gonna say L streamer?
The ban phase could be different.
Oh wait,
I say that, but more than likely it's not going to be. It probably is going to be towards these strats again, because
wait. Doesn't NA start at 6 o'clock? Hold on, give me a second, chat.
That they've been doing throughout the series, and maybe, I mean, FYRSTRAYS, the difficult part for them is that they're kind of not playing the Starlord stuff anymore,
I have to do a co-stream between 5 and 7.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's funny.
And I think NA starts at 6, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to, you know, no, 5 to 7.
Teams really loved the combination.
EST chat.
In a spot right now with that team up. That is
no, not 6, 7, 5 to 7. So I actually don't know if I can at least watch the beginning of NA.
13 and 10. So just goes to show you how much success that team up can have, but it's crazy because next patch that is not going to be there. We go to game 3, folks, right after this short break.
No, not
Hello
6,
once again,
7.
My name is Diatonic, and I've got your after-action report for the second week of the Marvel Rivals Ignite Asia group stage. Zero Tenacity were back in action to kick things off for week 2, taking on Down Payment in the opening match. Z10 looked clean on map 1, but Down Payment would claw their way to a reverse sweep, defeating Z10 2-1. Incipients were still on the hunt for their first group stage win as they took on U-Winks next, and they'd get themselves on the board with a big 2-0 win here. Rounding out this first day of week 2 was yet another marquee matchup, the fated rematch between Stage 1 champs Reject and the newly rebuilt Gen G.
For production, bro, there needs to be a break. They need to change maps, the players need to, like, you know, talk about what comps they're gonna probably run or what their strat is. It's only 2 minutes, Jack. You guys could live with a 2-minute break.
Win against Incipients. But Incipients had picked up some steam here in week 2.
I'm pretty sure you guys could live. Bro, they need breaks. Maybe some players need to go to the bathroom. Maybe some coaches, some people need to listen.
A big 2-0 sweep. Onside Gaming looked to keep their dominance alive in the next match as well, taking on U-Winks and walking away with a clean 2-0. And in the final day 2 match,
yes, I'm gonna play Daredevil in the early access tomorrow. 5 to 7, 6, 7, 5, 7.
Tough draw for OEG, and they'd fall victim to Z10 2-0. Day 3 kicked off with a showdown between frontrunner team Crazy Raccoon and Onside Gaming, with CR continuing their flawless group stage campaign with yet another 2-0 win. We had a heavy
do you guys hear that? I heard a loud bang.
Tenacity next, one that Gen G would walk away the victors from with a complete 2-0 shutout. XOXO01 and Incipients stepped onto the field next, and EXO would lock in their playoff position here with a big win over Incipients. We ended the day on a very interesting matchup between Reject and Rocket University, with Rocket actually
the headset dent is real.
True.
Wait, hold up. I heard something.
The day would go Reject's way in the end.
No, I'm not hearing things, bro. It was either thunder or something.
Two
I don't know.
Ignite competitors, XOXO01 and a Symbol Fire, a matchup that EXO would win handily 2-0. Reject were back up against Down Payment, and the Stage 1 champs would emerge victorious here, also 2-0. Crazy Raccoon had their last match against U-Winks and would complete a perfect run through the group stage with yet another 2-0 win. And finally, the group stage would close with Gen G taking on OEG, with Gen G picking up the last win of the week. And after 2 weeks of group stage action, the Asia playoff picture was locked in. From Group A, Crazy Raccoon, XOXO01, Onside Gaming, and Incipients advanced to the playoffs. And from Group B, Reject, Gen G, Down Payment, and Zero Tenacity all make it through. The competition in the Asia region is looking hotter than ever, with only the top 2 teams qualifying for the Grand Finals LAN tournament later this year. Well, that's all for now, Rivals. I hope you caught your breath because we're about to dive right back in. Get ready to ignite the battle.
Welcome back, everyone, and what a series we have on our hands as we go to Game 3. And also, big shout out to Diatonic there for the recap. Very well done. But man, Game 3, you know what? It's just been such a, like you're saying, it's just been a slugfest out there, brother.
Yeah, I mean, the ban phase might have to change for it to be any different. You know, because we're going to go over to a convoy, right, as that third map, because Convergence was that last one, leaving only one game type left, Shib. And, well, to be honest, we know what both teams want to do. Maybe the fact that we're going to convoy means these triple comms opened up, triple goats or triple Vanguard, triple shredded comms, right? That's sort of a thing. And honestly, I'd be curious to see how both of these teams are in that composition.
Yeah, I see what you're saying with the potential ban out there. I think another call out to make is the advantage to winning that domination is if it does go to Game 3, you do choose the map when it comes to that final mode. So that is going to be in the advantage of FYRSTRAYS.
We broke into the house. I think it was Thunder.
For everyone watching. So yeah, I mean, this is going to be another just insane battle. I personally think they're probably going to stick to this strategist ban out. I think it's just something they're comfortable with at this point. Doing it back to back like that, they may be locked, but you know, potentially getting rid of that Hulk on either side and shutting that team up down may be the play. We'll find out shortly.
And that could be the play, maybe some variation in that department, but right now we have the Mantis at least coming out first as a ban. Neither team wants to play against that, sort of doing a typical thing. And this is what we talk about, you know, maybe switching it up, maybe doing map-specific bans could be a specific idea.
Sure.
Right now for FYRSTRAYS, the idea is to keep Adam Warlock in the composition based on
Can
the
you
fact
order
that it was
me a
banned
pizza?
out
I'm
last
so
time.
hungry right now.
But
No, bro.
Ultron not
Pizza's
being
just all
protected
carbs,
is
man.
interesting, I think, from a factor of maybe the
What is
Ultron
this
should
guy
be better
spamming,
than
dude?
the Adam Warlock
What
on
does
these
this
sort
guy
of maps,
want?
right?
Jay is getting old.
Yeah, I have to agree with that. You know,
Sorry,
I think
TTK,
in
unlike
general,
you,
these triple
I do
comps
these
are
very
map
long
specific, but I
streams.
would
I'm not a
argue
part-time
that
streamer like
in
you.
this specific map, yeah, I was gonna say you want to protect the Jeff, right? I think Jeff is.
You know
so
what?
good
This is
here.
why I
think
like your
Adam
dad
also
more than I
really
like
good
you,
on
bro.
the
Your
triple
dad's
hold.
chill, your
We've
dad's
seen some
funny, your
success even
dad's
with the
nice.
Loki
He's a
copy
homie. He
or
comes
copy
here,
of
supports the
Adam here on
stream.
triple hold,
You?
just double rezzing your team,
What do
which is
you-
another
what do you do,
strange,
bro?
unique success story that we've
All you
seen
do
here
is live in a
Ignite
house
Stage
with your
2. So,
dad, don't
I
even
mean,
probably
there's a
pay
lot of
rent,
different stuff. Ooh, goodbye to
probably
Starlord.
eat
That
his
is-
food, sleep on
Dreamland
his
is banning
bed.
specifically what
do you do?
like, a comp that FYRSTRAYS gave up on last map. So that's kind of weird to me. I don't know. I mean, like, it's like a map thing. Yeah, you have to, like, Jeff on this map is really good. But it is interesting because I feel
That's
like
crazy,
FYRSTRAYS
chat.
gave up on that
Imagine
Starlord
being
Jeff stuff on
TTK,
the
bro.
previous
Don't
map
have to
and
wake
we're
up early.
probably
Don't
gonna
have to
play
go
it
to
again.
work like the rest
Yeah,
of
it's
us.
just that this map, I
Don't
mean,
doesn't
there is
even
some
pay
strong
rent.
hot
Probably
takes,
doesn't
right?
even
Especially in that
pay
first point,
taxes.
and, you know, even
That's
points a little
crazy.
bit there,
Probably
so
doesn't
maybe
probably
that
doesn't even have to
enables
put
Starlord
money
a
in
bit
his
more to be-
401k.
Have some outs, right? Some
Wild.
safe zone out and.
Anyways,
it's also
chat, this is
really
the
good
last
Ultron map,
match
so
of
no surprise
Dreamland
to see
versus
Ultron
FYRSTRAYS,
getting
by the
banned
way.
out, so that we will not be seeing that from the side of Chime as FYRSTRAYS gets rid of that. Goodbye to the Venom as well, who's incredibly strong right now, and the Hulk ban, like we had potentially called out.
Yo, what's up, Max?
The Ultron Protect this late
hope,
is interesting. I don't know.
hope
This is
work's
tough because
going well.
also for honestly with Dreamland and their ban phase, they also ban out a Namor Hulk on that side.
Hey, baby boy, come
the
here.
Hulk specifically, which gets rid of Namor
boy.
too. But honestly, I kind of favor Dreamland's ban phase a little bit more, right?
Hey,
I just
Boba.
like the
Boba,
we know
don't do
Dreamland
it.
could
Boba,
play this
don't
back
do it.
style very well, right? That's the biggest thing. We know Mace is good on Emma Frost. We know Chuckles could play that thing if he wants to, or even a
Don't do it.
Magneto. So to be honest, I don't know if I would say FYRSTRAYS has an advantage in this ban phase, but anything's possible, right? Maybe with that Ultron Protect, that gives them a huge edge.
No,
here.
we
We'll find
didn't.
out in
Nick,
just a
you can go
moment
back
because
into
it's
my
map
last vault
number
and watch
3,
it.
Shib.
Or I'm
And
pretty
if
sure
you
it's gonna
don't
be a
win
YouTube video
here,
soon.
you're out of the dang tournament.
Yeah, I think that's another thing to mention. You gotta imagine the heart rate right now from these teams. There is a lot on the line here, not only progressing in the tournament, but your chances of making it to Atlanta get crushed, and I cannot fathom the amount of stress that applies or that adds to these fights. So you gotta lock in, you gotta stay calm, and you gotta make sure
Okay,
comms
bye,
are
Boba.
clean, and you're all on the
Yo,
same
Shifty for
page
6
because
months. Appreciate it, appreciate it. How you
triple
doing, my
here
friend?
is very strong, and it can buy you a ton of time on point one. So we may see like an early hold from either side. It's
TTK
definitely on the
rent
table.
free.
Yeah, to
That's
be honest, I know a lot of
wild.
people like will say triple Vanguard, triple Shredded is boring to watch, but I don't know. Maybe it's because I went through that era.
What's
sort
up,
of in
Mikey?
my own
Appreciate it,
respective
appreciate it.
game, That I kind of love it. Like it's like there's so much high level gameplay to it because some teams absolutely
I
suck
like
at
you wish my
playing it,
cat would pee on
and I
me.
think it's awesome to point that out.
Well, you know, it's just the truth. It takes a lot of practice, and it was a strategy developed by a specific team, and we talk about team strengths, right? Like, teams started doing this once they saw it was successful, but it doesn't mean it always fits the way your team runs.
Someone on YouTube wished for my cat to pee on me.
Still going to keep it around this corner. Super Gomez going to be making the change here to Moon Knight. He's going to just have that little bit of a damage boost from Storm instead of running that Wolverine. British Tree falls from the side of Mace, so we are going to lose one on the attack.
That's fucked up, bro. I showed TTK my bank account and he giggled. Yeah, bro, kids these days, bro. Kids these days don't know how it feels like to actually go outside and work a real job like the rest of us, chat. It's crazy.
But again, another one of those heroes that will be getting buffed in the next pack. We'll see what that looks like. Super Gomez, she's doing a ton of damage, getting close to that ult, and that's all you want to do is ult is available and ready. But that combination with British Tree could be everything. Will they be able to make it happen? We'll find out shortly.
He's throwing the double right click, potentially with the damage boost. No, actually doesn't even need to. Stinker still falls even through that boundary, but guess what? Stinker's brought back by the BRB, and they're caught by the Sonic Seduction incoming Super Gomez. And oh no, Lying's ult not there to save either of his duelists.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. We did see.
FYRSTRAYS is not looking here good, chat. It's not looking good here, man. You don't go out either? That's not true. I do go outside. I go to my 2 jobs, then I come home and stream as a hobby.
Hurricane is going to be immediately locked down. Ton of damage out, but it likely will not be enough to knock out anyone. No, Mace going to find Z-Cube instead on the
it's a common thing, chat. It's a common thing for teams run 3 tanks, 3 supports on first point.
Everybody is clobbered, but still healthy and holding is British Tree. 91% again, almost ready here with the Groot, who can get that all very quickly, and it works very well into this comp. Here it goes again. Will it be stuffed or will it find value? We'll find out shortly once more. And there it is, the combo.
Yeah, no follow-up, nothing dies, nothing. I don't even know if he even had enough follow-up.
That Dreamland faced arguably one of the best teams at playing triple duelist, or sorry, even double duelist with the Storm, with that Moon Knight, with the Groot. They played against Rad. Like, Rad has you mentioned it, Bedtime Stories, BTS. He is like one of the literal only Moon Knight mains in the entire tournament, or at least ones that plays a ton of it.
Bro, yeah, how do you not play Moon Knight, bro? Moon Knight is so fucking easy.
I mean, these guys are well practiced versus one of the best teams at that comp, basically.
Yeah, I've seen it firsthand. That Moon Knight is obscene.
Bro, Moon Knight is so easy. I'm pretty sure even TTK could probably play it.
Is going to be switching off that Moon Knight as we have the discussion, finding a pick instantly onto Chuckle. Dang, there it goes. The Meteor M right onto the head of Xanthos. Super Gomez going to find the shotty to the face of Mace. Down goes Mace. Super Gomez getting a lot more value here on this Punisher than we saw prior, but is going to fall to the very aggressive ult from Gibbery here, and they still are sweeping with 60 seconds. I mentioned the hold, and I may have called it here early.
Nah, chat. Fire.
Need to be committed.
GG's.
It might have been from Chuckles though to come back on the point. It is, yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Ooh, excuse me, GG's.
Had the swimsuit skin.
Oh my god, wait. Super Gomez, what are you wearing? Okay, now I'm awake, chat. I'm awake. We could probably get through the last game.
We see a lot of teams do is play the Punisher, but will he get countered by an invisible boundary? He is, so they don't want to push into it. In fact, he's just going to play it slow.
Yeah, and they're going to follow up now, trying to press in off that Eternal Bond and get more value. Ooh, a ton of damage, but not enough to get the pick. Out goes the shotty, and this is where it gets dicey for the strategist. One shot can determine.
Oh, that's a big ult. That's a big fucking ult. Big ult by Chuckles, bro. Yo, TTK, you still here? I hope he's taking fucking notes. That's how you ult, bro. Usually when I see TTK ult, he goes up into the air, gets Emma fucking choked and slammed.
They are held at .1.
Good fucking shit.
Going back to that ban phase, the name war was never really going to be a problem, so you probably don't need to ban out the Hulk. You know, you ban out the Venom, even though they probably weren't going to play Venom.
Omen, what do you think I do, bro?
A lot of the times. I feel like, unfortunately, maybe they outthought themselves. And honestly, this is the one map where it would have been okay with the typical ban phase of the strategists, right? Maybe force them to play more uncomfortable strategists or something. But yeah, this is not the team that you want to play into the triple strategist, triple Vanguard comp because, yeah, I mean, they played against Rad, and Rad are pretty good at that combination, and they played well against it previously. Dreamland, really close to getting it done now, shit. I mean, we're at the very end of Spider Island. 53 meters, .39 is not far at all.
That was a really good hold by Dreamland. I think after that, they probably deserved the win.
Yeah, again, I mean, the stat line's just looking wild here for Dreamland. We might see the potential Angie play. We've seen that on this map before, actually, with Mace playing.
Thank you, Chronic. Thank you.
Kind of matching up there
Yes,
with Angie.
yes, I am a drug dealer off stream, Jet.
So clearly a very good hold. The question
Was this
is,
the finals? No, this is the lower bracket finals. Whoever loses goes home. The NA finals are going to be next week, chat. Next week.
Through for a second fight, as long as they hold very early on this spawn, it's got to be right at the drop of the cart here, and then the portal could come through around bridge to stop, so there is some potential for 2 fights guaranteed. But yeah, this is a tough position to be in.
Who's in the finals? We're still figuring this out, chat. This is still the group stages. This is the lower bracket. Whoever loses gets kicked out.
Really disrupt FYRSTRAYS.
The top 4 teams from NA move on to the $1 million tournament, but we won't figure that out next week
really like
either.
The positioning there by Jibbery. I think that's a genius to just play for Jeff and just try to get all as fast as possible and just constantly cover the back line. And the team really hasn't been able to turn around and look in that direction. But the downside, great pull there. Tries to
Upper bracket is tomorrow, yes.
But still going to buy some time. Ace with one on the lying, and they're going to follow up. Xantho goes down. Chuckles on a British tree. Etsu is going to be resing back lying. ZQ going to find Stinker. Super Gomez going to find Valentina.
Wait, Mace is actually playing Angela in the tournament? Okay.
Was a good play, and again, going to try to make the off-map happen. Does not able to do so, and still going to own this space.
Not you, Chronic. No. There's another Chronic on YouTube. My bad. I'm going to call you IQ. You're IQ, bro.
But the portal is ready. At this point, they're just waiting until the spawns are very close, and they're going to have to heavy commit. Here we go.
Yeah, can they body block them? Nope. 1.59 meters, but it's into here. Everybody of Sneakers now comes in with a blast of barrage. Everybody else gonna fall shortly to Chime in the sky ship.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's a GG's chat. Wow. Wait. What does that mean?
Early on, an incredibly difficult way to go out, being held there on point.
Oh, I thought more points were on Dreamland. Damn.
Well done, Dreamland. Their dreams.
FYRSTRAYS is out of the tournament, chat.
Going back to the band phase, MVP by
I'm about to go watch Superman. Good luck, have friends. Thank you.
And yeah, just
07 to FYRSTRAYS, chat.
Really was favored in FYRSTRAYS from the very beginning, right? That's the thing. Like, we see Chuckles, some of his heroes banned out, right? But just the Venom, right? He can still play the Cab if he wants to. He can still play, you know, the thing if they play triple comps. Just a tough ban phase.